So in this video, I want to talk about how the math concepts are slightly different from the cognitive skills and graded separately too. So cognitive skills are going to show up in every single subject that isn't math, science, social studies, English, but they will see the same cog skills throughout the projects, throughout the years, throughout these subjects. But math units are taught a little different. They're taught through concepts. And each unit will typically focus on one concept. And unlike cognitive skills, where you will have multiple opportunities to practice those skills throughout the year, throughout the years, throughout the subjects, within the subject, or across them, in math units, you only get one chance per math concept if that's why it happens in its test. And that is assessed through a final unit assessment at the end of the unit. Now, right at the overview page that you get if you click on any math unit throughout the platform, if you scroll, you can see on the right side here, Math Concepts Rubric. That is also accessible from the end of unit assessment. If you look at the top right, you will see there, View Rubric. When you click on the rubric, this Math Concepts Rubric will open up. On the left side, you will see information about the actual topic that is being addressed in this unit. But then the stuff that is on the right side, these 5 columns, will look the same for every unit. A range from no evidence to fully proficient. Now, I wanted to be clear that these percentages, which are here at the top, do not actually represent the amount of points that the student actually got out of a total. It has nothing to do with actually getting 50% right or 70% right. And in fact, because of that, some schools take away this percentage symbol and change them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. Now, what it actually means to be within the first range is that the work you've done in that test does not show any evidence or has very minimal evidence of any understanding of the mathematical concepts of the unit. For the not yet proficient category, that means there's a surface level of understanding, so you know something about what you're supposed to know, but there are many conceptual or procedural gaps or mathematical concepts that are not demonstrated fully in that unit, or not much at all, actually. Now, partially proficient is when there is evidence of mathematical concepts, but there are still some conceptual or procedural gaps. So unlike many conceptual gaps, you have some conceptual gaps. While mostly proficient is where you have very few conceptual gaps. And finally, fully proficient is when you have strong evidence of the application of mathematical concepts. So no evidence, surface level evidence. There is evidence, significant evidence, and then strong evidence. Now, how does this get interpreted in each unit? It's often based on each test and its own particular rubric, which sometimes teachers will choose to share with students to give students a breakdown of what the skills that a student struggled with were. Now, no matter where you are within that spectrum, if you did not score as high as you want to, remember that is the only opportunity that you get for that concept, for that unit. And so it's very important, if the teacher gives you opportunities to take advantage of things like test corrections or retakes or any opportunities to move up on the unit by showing further evidence of mastery, whether it's through a portfolio problem or a special problem the teacher gives you to kind of recapture one of the skills that prevented you from being at a higher level of category. But once again, remember that these are separate from cognitive skills, which are tested in other subjects, and that they do not necessarily represent the percentage correct that you got in any one given category. That only kind of represents the value of that category, but not how much you need to get in order to land on it. More so the value that is used to compute your grade. It's so when you get partially proficient, it's as if you were using 70% on the computation of your average. But that doesn't mean you got 70% correct. It means that there is a bit of evidence with some conceptual gaps or procedural gaps in mathematical understanding. So talk to your math teacher to get more clarification about this and hopefully your math teacher does give you a breakdown of skills together with your overall category grade. And hope you found this helpful. See you in the next video.